Alright, so we're getting ready for the CDT. We've got 10 more days left, and we're excited. Excited, Sunshine?
Yep.
Yeah, you're busting out of school. You only have 7 more school days left?
It's exactly, I had the number earlier. I was thinking about that. I forgot.
Might be 8 days too. You have 8 school days left, unless we bust you off Thursday. Okay, so anyway, big thing we're doing today, I just got my trekking poles all ready. So we've got trekking poles, our pocket knives, which of course are Leatherman micro tools, and they weigh about an ounce and a half, I think. They're under 2 ounces. And we have our stove and our empty fuel bottles in here. And we are sending these items to ourselves because we're afraid we can't get them on the airplane. And here's the thing. Think about this one. The airlines just changed the regulations, or the TSA changed regulations on pocket knives. You can bring a pocket knife with a blade up to 2.5 inches. I think our blade is, what, 1.5 inches? Starting like the 25th of April. We're flying on the 13th of April. So actually, and same thing with trekking poles. They're going to allow trekking poles, where they say ski poles. They don't allow this. They say they're going to allow ski poles and knives on airplanes starting the 25th. We fly out the 13th. So really, we could have got all this on the airplane and not done this step if we were flying out 2 weeks later. So anyway, that's frustrating, but we fixed the problem. And so we're getting our food ready. I'm going to show you what we do. We're adding bean flakes, freeze-dried bean flakes, to all of our meals, because we're going to use the freeze-dried pouches to avoid having to do dishes, because A, we're lazy. B, we don't want to deal with dishes because of food odors and having to deal with dishwater when we're done. And when it comes down to it, when you walk 30 miles that day, you don't want to do anything. So you want the least steps possible. So we finish up our food in those pouches, and we reseal it, because it's a Ziploc, and we roll it up. We put it in our Ziploc trash bag, then we put it in an odor-proof bag, and then we put it with all of our food in the in a waterproof stuff sack, and then we hang it from a tree. And we've never had problems with bears or even raccoons or mice finding our food. So we find that the meals are not quite big enough. So the 2-person meals, or the 2-serving meals, is not quite. They are not quite big enough for the both of us, but 2 meals would be too much. So we carry just 1 meal, but we add a cup of freeze-dried bean flakes, and then we add sauces and Parmesan cheese and other seasonings from minimus.biz. They sell it. Olive oil, we put 2 packs of olive oil in every meal, powdered butter, and minimus.biz, that's amazing. Anything you want in a single serving size you can get from minimus.biz, and that stretches our food further, gives us more calories, more flavor. It's all very, very important. And also this year we're going to add some tortillas. We were using tortillas before, but they make these great cheddar jalapeno tortillas now. So that's more calories and more flavor also. So we're going to send those to ourselves. I'm going to just have Teresa buy those on the way to the post office so they're fresh. I tried to vacuum seal tortillas in the past, and because they are a little moist, they stick together, and so by the time we get them, they're one big hard shell. So it didn't work out that way. So Teresa sends them to us about 2 weeks out. I think tortillas should last for a couple weeks, hopefully. We'll find out. I'll keep you posted on that one. So anyway, we find that the freeze-dried beans have sharp little edges, and so do noodles, and there's other things too. And it pokes through our freeze-dried bags, our vacuum-sealed bags. And so some of them, not all of them, but a few, we'll find out 4, 5, 6 days later, have all gotten air back in them again. So to avoid that problem, I put them in a Ziploc bag first. And I don't seal the Ziploc bag, so you want the air to escape out of there. And I put them inside our vacuum-sealed bag. And we want to get this bag as small as possible, but unfortunately, in order to get air into it, we need to make the bag bigger than I would like. So we'll go ahead and vacuum seal this one up. And I don't let it vacuum seal all the way because again, you don't need to get every drop of air out of there. I stop it a little early, and then that way we don't have to deal with, taking the risk of puncturing the bag. Alright, so here's our beans, and another thing that we're doing, that we've actually done now for the last 2 hikes, this will be our 3rd hike, where Honeyville, again, Honeyville Farms, so you can go find this stuff at www.honeyvillegrain.com, and they make some great already scrambled eggs, and we put 1 cup of scrambled eggs. That's right, this is a ½ cup serving, so that's 1 cup total. And then I put a ¼ cup of freeze-dried sausage crumbles. So this is breakfast sausage, already cooked up and ready to go. Now, notice this is quite a bit bigger of a bag, and there's a good reason for that, because we're going to add our hot water directly to this one. The beans, we just dump into our foil pouch. This one is its own meal. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to leave plenty of air up here, or plenty of bag up here, so we can add water. And we just add water there on the trail, roll the top down, and wait for about 5 minutes, and our meal's ready to go. And we also get Parmesan cheese and some Mrs. Dash seasoning and some other seasonings, flavors. Maybe, especially towards the end of the hike or in the middle of the hike, we might get desperate for flavor, so we start adding taco sauce, barbecue sauce, any flavor we can find, just to jazz it up a little bit. So, here you go, honeyvillegrains.com. Thank you. See you on the trail. That's how we roll.